So for the last Rockstars, they came on. We had heard the song that we heard. I didn't really enjoy that song as much. I'm not sure how you felt about the studio recording, and I was curious what you thought about the last Rockstar, seeing them live after maybe hearing that studio recording going into that show.
Right. So, like I said, after the show, we bounced out and gave up our rail spots, and I'm extra glad we did because they started like 45 minutes late because of technical difficulties.
Oh, okay.
Standing at the rail for like another, God, after BAND-MAID, it would have been another 3 hours of just standing there.
Yeah.
That would have been brutal after being outside all day. And just as a side note, I started working out just at the beginning of last week, and I did legs. I did legs on Wednesday. So
Oh no!
just standing up on Friday, I'm like,
You should have waited till after, man.
Well,
see,
it's good.
It's hard enough to stand that long, even when you're not already sore.
Yeah.
That's good. You reinforce your leg muscles. You just gave him an extra workout day.
Maybe if he started a week earlier and his legs got used to it, but he was basically like, you were like, I hate you, legs, and I'm gonna make sure you know I hate you.
Yeah. This is why I do legs every day. That's exactly why.
Is that true? Do you do legs
I do
every day?
legs every day. Every
wow,
day.
Look at you. Good for you, Al.
So I never get sore.
I don't think I've ever done legs in my life.
But to the question, so I heard the song and I'm like, okay. It just seemed we're proclaiming we are the rock stars.
Yeah.
And that whatever that little intro.
Yep.
But
Diggity dog.
right, I'm gonna tell you.
I love that you've kept that in your brain, Wave.
We went over to the side, and at that point, I am gassed because I put 2 hours worth of energy from a full BAND-MAID set into 20 minutes, and I'm already been in line for 12 and a half hours. I am gassed. We go over to the side, but when they started, say whatever you want about those guys, they are world-class performers, and they went. They're rock stars. They went out there and crushed it. Even that song was so good live, and they had pyro and lasers and smoke and confetti cannons and stuff toward the end. It was a full-blown, like, not a stadium, but certainly like an arena style show for 3,000 people. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's hard to think of 3,000 people as being intimate, but when you compare it to what that show was designed for, it really, really was. Yeah. Even from the side, it was really cool to experience. My one thing that I wasn't super hot on was kind of like the middle section of the concert. There was a whole lot of wankery. Everybody, did their solos, and it seemed to go on a little longer, but it felt more like, after a few minutes, it felt more like, okay, we're just trying to fill out a show as a
pad time.
A little bit. Yeah. It felt a little.
You'd think they have so much material to work with; it would be hard to not have a.
Yeah, they've got like 5 bands that they could pull songs from.
And they did. They pulled classics from each band, but there was a lot of that just solo time. And they actually opened the show with that "We Are the Rockstars" song, and they closed it with it too. I don't even know what the title of it is. That what it's called?
I don't know.
It's called "The Last Rockstars."
Yeah, it's the name of the band.
Yeah, they opened and closed it with that song.
Okay.
I get
I've
it.
never
It's
been
like
to a show where that's happened.
It's like the opener and closer. I get it, because there's been some albums I listen to. They have like the same motif for the song, and then they end the album with that song. But it's normally slightly different. But I don't. Did they change it up at least, or at the end?
It was the exact same song, but they, but at that point it was a bookend from the front end. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. By the end of the song, I'm like, I'm really digging these guys. So I appreciated getting that song again, because it was that now that energy is there. I'm exhausted at this point. Yeah. But I was really, by that time I was really feeling it. So I'm not mad about them doing that again. It was actually pretty cool.
Right on.
That's awesome.
For more Gaijin goodies like you just saw, be sure to subscribe to the Gaijin Guys podcast and turn on all notifications to be part of the live stream every Sunday. You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, etc. You can find even more exclusive content and reactions on our Patreon, patreon.com/Gaijin Guys. I'll see you there. Adios.